Time is your most valuable asset. Are you wasting it? Every single day you wake up with 24 fresh hours in your hands, the same amount that the most successful entrepreneurs, athletes, creators, and leaders in the world receive, yet somehow their lives move forward at an incredible speed while many people feel stuck, overwhelmed, and constantly behind. The difference is rarely intelligence, background, or luck. It is how time is used, protected, and invested. If you feel like days blur together, if you end the week wondering where it went, if you constantly say, "I am busy," but done to see meaningful progress in your goals, then this message is for you. Today we are breaking down 3 powerful time-wasting habits that silently steal your potential and, more importantly, practical solutions you can apply immediately to take control of your time and your life. The first time-wasting habit is unconscious digital consumption. You pick up your phone to check one notification, and suddenly 30 minutes are gone. You open a social media app just for 5 minutes, and before you realize it, you've scrolled through hundreds of posts, watched random videos, compared yourself to strangers, and drained your mental energy without creating anything meaningful. The problem is not technology itself. The problem is mindless usage. These platforms are designed to capture your attention for as long as possible. Infinite scroll, autoplay, algorithmic recommendations. They are engineered to keep you hooked. Imagine this. If you spend just 2 hours a day on mindless scrolling, that's 14 hours a week, about 60 hours a month, and over 700 hours a year. That's nearly an entire month of your life every year given away to content you want to even remember. Now think about what you could do with 700 hours. Learn a new language, build a side business, get in the best shape of your life, read dozens of books, or create content that impacts thousands of people. The solution begins with awareness and intentionality. Start by tracking your screen time for 1 week without judgment. Simply observe. Most smartphones show daily and weekly usage statistics. Use that data as a wake-up call. Next, set specific boundaries. Define consumption windows instead of randomly checking your phone all day. For example, you might decide to check social media only once in the afternoon for 20 minutes and once in the evening for 20 minutes. Turn off non-essential notifications. If an app does not directly help you earn, learn, or connect deeply, ask yourself whether it deserves constant access to your attention. Replace passive consumption with active creation. Instead of scrolling for an hour, spend that hour writing, planning, exercising, or building something aligned with your goals. Even if you still use social media, shift from consumer to creator. When you create, you engage your mind, develop skills, and produce value. When you only consume, you train your brain to seek constant stimulation without effort. The second time-wasting habit is the illusion of productivity, being busy but not effective. Many people fill their days with small, low-impact tasks because they feel easier and safer. Answering emails, organizing files, attending unnecessary meetings, tweaking minor details. Constantly planning without executing, these activities create the feeling of progress without delivering real results. It's comforting to check off 10 small tasks from a to-do list, but if none of them move you closer to your main goal, you're running in place. For example, imagine someone who wants to start a YouTube channel. Instead of recording the first video, they spend weeks designing the perfect logo, researching cameras endlessly, watching tutorials about editing software, and planning future content. All of this feels productive, yet the core action, actually filming and publishing, is postponed. Or think about a student who wants better grades but spends hours rewriting notes in different colors instead of practicing problems or testing their understanding. The key question is not, "Am I busy?" but "Is this task high impact?" To solve this, you need clarity and prioritization. Start each day by identifying the 1 to 3 tasks that would make the biggest difference if completed. Ask yourself, if I could only finish one thing today that truly matters, what would it be? This is your priority. Tackle it first, before checking email, before scrolling, before reacting to other people's demands. Use time blocking. Schedule focused blocks of 60 to 90 minutes dedicated to deep work on high-impact tasks. During this time, eliminate distractions completely. Put your phone in another room. Close unnecessary tabs. Let people around you know you are not available unless it's urgent. Deep work produces results that shallow busyness never will. Another powerful tool is the 80-20th principle. 80% of your results usually come from 20% of your efforts. Identify that 20%. If you're building a business, maybe it's sales calls or product development. If you're a student, maybe it's solving practice exams. If you're improving your health, maybe it's consistent workouts and nutrition planning. Double down on what truly moves the needle and reduce or eliminate what doesn't. The third time-wasting habit is living without a clear direction. When you don't know what you're working toward, it's easy to drift. You wake up, react to messages, go through routines, respond to other people's priorities, and repeat. Weeks turn into months, and you feel stuck because there's no defined target. Without a goal, every distraction looks acceptable. Without a vision, even important tasks feel meaningless. Imagine trying to drive somewhere without entering a destination into your map. You might move, but you won't arrive. Clarity creates focus, and focus protects time. To overcome this, define your long-term vision and break it down into actionable milestones. Ask yourself, where do I want to be in 3 years? What kind of career, income, health, relationships, and skills do I want? Then reverse engineer it. What must be achieved this year to move closer? What about this month? This week? When you connect your daily actions to a larger purpose, time gains value. Suddenly, saying no to distractions becomes easier because you understand the cost. For example, if your goal is to become financially independent, wasting entire evenings on random entertainment will feel different. If your goal is to get into top physical shape, skipping workouts repeatedly will no longer feel harmless. A clear direction transforms decisions. Another part of direction is learning to say no. Every yes to something unimportant is a no to something meaningful. If you constantly agree to activities, meetings, favors, or invitations that don't align with your priorities, you are donating your time without intention. Saying no is uncomfortable at first, especially if you fear disappointing others, but protecting your time is protecting your future. You can say no respectfully and professionally. You can offer alternative solutions or schedule something later. But remember, you are not obligated to sacrifice your goals for every request that appears. In addition to these 3 habits, there is an underlying mindset shift that must happen. Stop treating time as unlimited. Many people behave as if they will always have later. Later I'll start the business. Later I'll get serious about fitness. Later I'll pursue my passion. But later is not guaranteed. The days you waste today are pieces of your life you will never get back. When you internalize this truth, not in a fearful way, but in an empowering way, you begin to make sharper decisions. You become more selective with your energy. You value focus. You respect your schedule. Here's a simple practical framework you can start using immediately. Step 1. Audit your time. For the next 7 days, write down how you spend each hour. Be honest. No one else needs to see it. Step 2. Eliminate or reduce one major time drain. Maybe it's late-night scrolling, excessive gaming, or unnecessary meetings. Step 3. Define your top 3 priorities for the next 90 days. Step 4. Schedule weekly deep work sessions dedicated to those priorities. Step 5. Review every Sunday. Ask yourself what worked, what didn't, and how you can improve. Small adjustments compound over time. Remember, productivity is not about squeezing more tasks into your day. It's about aligning your time with your values and goals. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to work 18 hours a day. You simply need to be intentional. There will still be moments of rest, entertainment, and relaxation, and that's healthy. The difference is that they become choices, not defaults. When you control your time, you control your direction. When you control your direction, you control your destiny. Imagine a year from now if you reduced your daily time waste by just 1 hour and invested that hour into learning, building, or improving yourself. That's 365 focused hours. That could be 365 workouts, 365 pages written, 365 lessons studied, 365 pieces of content created. That is transformation. And it starts not with a dramatic life overhaul, but with one decision. I will no longer let my time slip away unconsciously. You have dreams for a reason. You have ambitions because you are capable of growth. But potential without disciplined time management remains unrealized. So today, right now, make a commitment. Identify your biggest time-wasting habit and take one action to reduce it. Set a boundary. Define a priority. Say no to something that doesn't align. Replace 1 hour of consumption with creation. The clock is moving whether you act or not. The question is, will you let it move you forward or will you let it carry you nowhere? Time is your most valuable asset, And once you understand that deeply, you stop spending it carelessly and start investing it wisely. Take control of your time today. Take ownership of your future. And if you're ready to transform your mindset and build a life of focus, discipline, and growth, make sure you subscribe to Mindshift Global.